Hey, what's up? We're back at Park Slope, Brooklyn this morning. It's the 26th of April, and it's about 1 o'clock. We just spent the last 90 minutes trying to salvage what I would say is about a 5 foot by 6 foot full-length mirror, which we succeeded in doing, except for one little spot. So this is the mirror right here. We wiped it down before we brought it out of the bathroom, but the issue is there was liquid nails on the back of the mirror, probably about 20 to 25 globs of liquid nails, and the last one at the end, I guess just because it was the only one holding everything up, the mirror finish was pulled off the back. But what I did not about the way the mirror was installed is that it was right up against the ceramic tile below it and right up against the ceramic tile to the right of it that goes into the shower. And especially right next to the shower, if there was ever a leak in, first of all, they finished the edge with grout. So they taped the glass and then they grouted in between the shower and the mirror. The problem with grout is when we have changes of season, we have expansion and contraction. So because grout is cementitious and doesn't have any polymers, most of the time it doesn't flex. So when you have a glass material which doesn't expand and contract, a tile material which moves with the expansion and contraction of the backer board behind it, and then a cementitious product in between those two materials, it tends to crack. And it might not be cracks that result in the grout falling out, but they're there. So when you have that right next to a shower, you have the potential to be allowing water to get into the wall behind the mirror, and you're just not going to know until somebody ends up ripping your mirror out and finding it. We did not remove the mirror for that reason here. We removed the mirror because when we took down sheetrock in the soffit, we found that there was insulation behind the wall that the mirror was attached to that was affected by a leak from overhead. It doesn't seem even now like it was a plumbing issue in the ceiling. It seems like, and we'll do some more investigation to make sure that that's the case, but it seems like it was a floor level water loss upstairs. Somebody overflowed the bathtub, toilet, sink, what have you, because the plywood subfloor is wet upstairs. So let me see if I can get in the bathroom real quick. We've had a bunch of air exchanges in this room since we were in here. So this is the wall right here where the mirror was. Now, I would venture a guess that if you sampled this wall, you'd probably come up with a bunch of aspergillus. So that's the soffit up there that we started with a little controlled cut and then kind of expanded as we saw damage. And then behind that wall right there is the top of some visible insulation. And actually see down, because there's a space behind this wall before the insulation starts, and you could actually see down through a gap. And I sent the video to the homeowner who is relocated while we're working here, illustrating why we need to do what we need to do and to get approval for it. Because anytime we have a situation where there's a surprise, this was discussed before we started the project, because I try to foresee as many of those surprise situations as possible, but it's also a budget line item to get the mirror out. There was no guarantee that it was going to come out intact, even though there was a little bit of damage. My recommendation, based on what I saw with the installation of the mirror, is this is about, let's see here, this is about 8 inches over from the edge, and that's going to be the perfect amount to have somebody, without ever removing this mirror from the apartment, recut and finish this mirror edge before it gets reinstalled, and then the drywall in between the shower and mirror will just be painted, and then you'll just have, instead of mirror left to right. The other thing is too, if you ever need to get at that wall again, it would save about half of the 2-ish hours that it took us to get it out. But yeah, so we're here in Park Slope, like I said. It's Wednesday. Did I say Tuesday? It's Wednesday, April 26th. Some of you may know the big day is coming up. I'm going to be 43 on Sunday, so super excited about that. But as of right now, we're just focused on this job, getting this done. Like I said, we started with 5 days expected work time. We've expanded to 6, and I think with some efficiencies we can get it done. So we'll see you soon.